Row at the beautiful Mandalay Casino and Resort at Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. It's the Geary, Stein, and Steven show with your co-host, Troy Geary. And yes, even Will Stein is here. And of course, your host, fresh off his one-man, legless tribute to Elvis Presley, the hardest working man in show business this week, Dave Stevens.
My mouth is full, I'm sorry, but this is great stuff. These are called Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Ooh, that's got a little bit of a bite to it. And the reason I'm eating them is because we have a couple of guests that are joining Troy and I here on Radio Row. Ooh, there is a kick to that. Holy cow, you didn't warn me about that. I have Mark Singleton, who is the Vice President of Rudolph Foods, and I have Steve Largent, who just happens to be a Hall of Fame wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. Played with them for so many years, was alongside of the great Jim Zorn, and again, they put Seattle on the map until Seattle had a chance to come back to the Super Bowl, and not in your heyday years, but it's great to have Steve and Mark joining Troy and I here on Radio Row. So, Mark, Steve, welcome.
Hey, buddy. It's great to be here.
I'm just going to sit here and eat some of these while we're talking because you guys are here for a reason. So tell us, Mark, while we're here, while I sample some more of this.
So we're here to celebrate our 15th year of supporting the Gridiron Greats organization and raising money and awareness for a group of players that were the foundation of the NFL today. I mean, most people don't realize that the players of the 50s, 60s, 70s, even the 80s didn't make the kind of money that they make today.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Mike Ditka started a foundation to help guys with medical attention and psychological attention and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm doing, helping Mike Ditka, and that's what the pork rind industry is doing to support his efforts.
Yeah, and it's such a great hookup because what goes better on the biggest pigskin holiday of the year than pigskins, Dave? I mean, my gosh, it made sense to us, but what we didn't know is how many people we can help and all the lives we could affect. And then the other thing is obviously getting to come to Radio Row and hang out with guys like Steve and you guys.
Well, it's such a noble cause, and again, anytime that we can help the guys that paved the way for the guys now that are making millions and millions of dollars, where back in your day, Steve, your teammates probably had to take second jobs in insurance and those kind of things, just to make it during the off season.
I had second jobs. It wasn't teammates, it was me. I did a variety of things in the off season to prepare for when my career would end, and you never know when that will be, but I was going to be prepared no matter what, and that's what I did. So, and I wasn't alone in that. There were a lot of guys that were working in the off season.
Steve, I want to ask you a football question. You were a first ballot Hall of Famer. You really don't see that anymore, even with the really great players. Just talk about the honor of that. That's a lot of people don't get to have that opportunity. And you're like I said, you got first ballot Hall of Famer. Just kind of talk about the honor of that.
I still pinch myself all the time to make sure that I really am in the Hall of Fame because it was an incredible experience to play in the NFL for 14 years. It was an even greater experience to be selected in the first round of voting for the Hall of Fame, and I still can't believe that I'm actually in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we see you there.
Look, that's a heck of a class there that you went in with too. And look how sharp those jackets look. That's do you wear it with pride or a little embarrassment or a little of both with those colors?
But I don't wear it all the time. That's for sure. I'll wear it when we have the induction ceremony or when I'm asked by the pork rind industry to wear it. I'll wear it.
I was going to ask you about this Hall of Fame class. I mean, it's pretty loaded this year. A lot of guys are deserving. So just your thoughts on the 15 guys that are eligible and how many names do you think we're going to hear tonight?
Well, there won't be 15. But there could be 8 or 9 or 10 guys from this class. It's a very well-known class and very deserving class. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But and that happens shortly. So it was a real honor for me to be voted in the Hall of Fame, and it's a brotherhood on another level to go in the Hall of Fame.
How many players that you have? I'm on the barbecue time. There's the whole fight and standing with them. So, there we go. We have another sponsor here.
Something to drink.
Tell us what goes into making this so good.
Well, it's so funny. We were founded in 1955. We're still a family-owned company by the Rudolph family. Rich is right over there. And it's all because of Mary Rudolph's secret recipe. She literally invented the way we make pork rinds. No one else does it like us. It's a smoking and curing process, and that's what makes them taste so great. As far as flavors, this whole keto explosion gave us permission to come out with things like kimchi barbecue, spicy dill, pineapple ancho, that we'd never, we were hot and regular, for gosh sakes. The newest flavor is hot honey. That's some sweet heat, isn't it?
Yes, just in time for New Orleans next year, a little Cajun hook to it. So, Steve, are you an NFC guy, blood and blood, or like do you have any skin in the game in this week, a prediction or anything like that?
I always played in the AFC West. That's where the Seahawks were for the first 15 or 16, 17 years. So I have a bit of a favorite in Patrick Mahomes, just because he's a more experienced quarterback. He's been in the NFL. He's been in the Super Bowl before, and I think he'll do well. Now, whether they'll beat the 49ers or not, I'm not sure. But if I were putting money on the game, and I'm not, I'd be putting it on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mark, you care?
I'm a homer. Mahomes is from Texas. He's such a great kid. It's such a great story. So I will have money on the game, and it will be on Kansas City.
Okay, I got one last for you, Steve. Being a wide receiver, can you give me one name that you think we should watch for Sunday for performance?
I thought you were going to say that I really like in the league. That would have been DK Metcalf from the Seahawks. But, I think both teams really have good receivers, and they both have caught the ball well in the offseason. They've had some stretches where Kansas City in particular was having trouble holding on to the ball, but I think they've corrected those. But there's a lot of good receivers in the whole league, and there's a lot of good receivers that are playing in this game. You have to have good receivers now to play in the NFL.
All right, appreciate it, Steve.
And Steve, I got to ask, because it was such a critical period of time after your football career, but you've been in politics. You know what it's like, and tell us about that experience, what it was like to go through what you went through, and your opinion of what's going on in politics right now. You don't have to take sides, just kind of a thought of the way it's evolved as far as what you had to go through and raising money and political agenda. So.
Yeah, well, I would tell you, first of all, it was my wife who convinced me to run for Congress. I didn't want to do it. But I can tell you that I think my wife was right in encouraging me to go because it was a great experience, something that I learned so much about politics. I learned a lot about our country, our history, our founding fathers that was unequaled. And I really am glad that I did it, but I'm glad I'm not there now. It just seems like there's something going on. I don't know if it's something they're drinking or what, but both parties need to get their head together and start representing people the way they should.
Well, we hope that we thank you for your service and your career and everything that you've done. And again, we're going to let you guys go, but don't forget, you can pick. Where can we get these, Mark? Now I got to get some more. I want that pineapple, man. I want to try that.
You can go to porkrinds.com. You can go to Kroger, H-E-B, Meijer, grocery stores across America.
Say it one more time. Now we can hear you.
Okay. You can pick them up at porkrinds.com always, and you can go to H-E-B. You can go to Kroger. You can go to Safeway. You can go to Meijer. Grocery stores across America.
And don't forget to go to www.gridirongreat.org, gridirongreats.org. Make a donation, get involved, and thank you guys so much. It's awesome to have a Hall of Famer, Steve Largent, joining us, and, of course, the Vice President, sitting next to another politician here. Just thank you guys for being a part of the show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up and let you know who's coming up on Radio Row. This is Dave Stevens on Geary, Stein, and Stevens in the morning. Hi, everybody. Dave Stevens from the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show. And, you know, Troy and I are on the road all the time covering games, doing things, my motivational speaking. But I have connected with LifeWave, which has really changed my life. And it's an amazing patch that not only helps me to live my life, it keeps me very active. Tammy Wellman is joining me. And now, Tammy, you put these patches on me. It is a stem cell regeneration plan. But tell us a little bit more how it works.
Yeah, so these patches are amazing. They're wearable wellness. They're non-transdermal patches. Nothing goes in your body. Your body gives off light. They capture it and they activate your body's own repair system. Your body goes to work to heal things that are in need of healing. Pain reduction, things like that.
Gave me an opportunity to play in the Celebrity Softball Classic. This video of my base hit, I wouldn't have done it without these patches. So please, if you want to know more about this product, go to patchit.life. LifeWave, it's changing my life. Hi, everybody. Dave Stevens here for the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show from Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Rays. And you know what? Not everybody can be a Major League Baseball player, but you can look like $1 million. What's the best way to do that? Well, go to freshcleanthreads.com. Don't believe me? That's right. You can look professional, feel good, and not spend a lot of money by wearing Fresh Clean Threads. They have amazing shirts. They've got Henleys and polos, long sleeves, and even bomber jackets. And if you like them, you can save some money by typing in the show code GSS Show from the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show to save 20% off. So if you can't be a major leaguer and you want to dress like one, well, go to freshcleanthreads.com. That's freshcleanthreads.com. Tell them Dave sent you. Use that code GSS Show. Just sitting here talking to everybody, talking to Kirk, and hey, come on in here, bud. Say hi real quick. We're out of a break here, but Mark, come on in. Mark, can we see you? You going to get down? How is your week going here for the Mark Network?
It's going great, going amazing, grabbing some beautiful interviews, some great pitches. I want to thank Dave Stevens, and for having us out here, making sure we got into Radio Row.
And for those that are seeing him for the first time, and if you are seeing him for the first time, you don't watch our show much. But Mark is a survivor of the Boston bombing and lost one leg and half a part of another leg that he still has. And he's wearing his brace. And the Mark Network is a great opportunity for not only social media, but to expand to businesses and other people to be a support group for everybody with special needs and regular people like him. he's regular. We don't call it a handicap. We just call it a challenge in life, and that's what Mark and the Mark Network and Kirk and everybody's been here. So he's having fun. And like I say, I love watching it through you guys' eyes as they light up and go, oh, there's Joe Montana, or oh, there's Beyonce, or who, it's just amazing who we've run into and who Mark is doing. So I'll let you get to your job and do your thing. And again, we thank you for your love and support of the Disability Channel, and of course our sponsors like Serendipity Yachts. How about everybody's been so excited for these cell phone chargers, and you would think that the people that have thousands of dollars would be so excited over such a small, wonderful gesture by our friend Kelly Williams and her show, getting that to be a provider for us, and so many great people. And I want to tell you about Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events. And if you go to their website, check out what they go, and they're going to be having all kinds of yachts and things coming up this year. So go to the QR code that I've just put up on the screen, or go to SYC, that's SYCruises.com. SYC Cruises.com. Serendipity Yachts, Cruises and Events. Scan that QR code. They've got great packages that are going to be coming, and you can do it in Texas because that's where they're based out of. And of course, the Disability Channel is doing what they're doing, empowering veterans to achieve more. So that's going to do it here from Radio Row. Having a Hall of Famer like Steve Largent be a part of this was really cool. So Troy has wandered off to the halftime entertainment show. I'm Dave Stevens, wrapping it up here at Radio Row. We'll see you when we're on next.
Thank you for watching the Geary, Stein, and Steven Show from Super Bowl 58. You can watch all of the episodes at YourHomeTV.com or download the Your Home TV app on Roku. Follow the boys on all social media and podcast apps.